There's a tool company that's located not too far from my shop called SuperMax, and we're lucky today to have Warren Weber from SuperMax right here in the shop with us, and he's going to give us a little bit of a background on the company, on SuperMax, kind of how they got going, what the deal is. So Warren, thanks for coming over today, and you brought a little bit of show and tell stuff as well. And what is the history? Is SuperMax as a cartoon character superhero, or what's the story?
Thanks, George. SuperMax Tools started out as Performax products back in the mid-'80s in the Twin Cities. About 15 years ago, it was sold to WMH Tool Group.
So most of us was, the mere mortal knows that as Jet, Powermatic, that tool group.
That is correct. Then about 8 years ago, some of the former Performax employees got together and they bought the company back from Jet Tools and created SuperMax Tools, where we've expanded the line of drum sanders, brush sanders, and wide belt sanders that we offer everything from the hobbyist woodworker to the large commercial facilities.
So Performax and SuperMax are not the same company today.
That is correct. There is no such thing as Performax Tool Company anymore.
Okay, because that was, again, that name was purchased by somebody else altogether.
That's correct.
Okay, so in the SuperMax line, this is a 19-inch wide sander, which you'd call a 1938 because it'll do twice that because of the cantilever head. Biggest machine you make, smallest machine you make?
The smallest machine we make is 19 inches in width. The largest machine we build is 50 inches in width.
But same configuration, still a drum like this, but 50 inches wide, right? It's not a wide belt, is that correct?
That's correct.
And on that 50 inch, is it cantilevered like this one or supported two ends?
It is not. There's a 19 inch and a 25 inch that are cantilevered or open-ended. There's closed-ended designs that go from 25 inch up to 50 inches wide.
It seems like the engineering to get those big ones to cantilever would be a pretty tall order.
That's correct, yeah. 25 inch is about the max you can go on a cantilever design and keep it accurate.
Now this one, people are used to looking at this. We've got an abrasive roll on there. That one is just a little bit different. So in addition to the sanders like we're used to looking at, what's the deal with these machines that you sell that have got wire wheels and flutter sanders and all sorts of different stuff going there?
Well, it's to take care of the type of work that you cannot do in a flat sanding, where you're sanding a profile, such as a raised panel door or a molding. The flatter sanders also work very well on plywood because they won't burn through the veneer like a flat sander can. What's nice about the brush type machine is then you can change out that head and put in something like a wire brush for distressing or texturing wood. You can put in a nylon impregnated brush for cleaning or scuff sanding. You can put in cloth polishing wheels for buffing and polishing, that type of thing.
If somebody worked with barn board, it sounds like this would be a great way for them to go, because you could, you're not going to sand away the cool profile that wind and time has etched into the surface, but you can get the dirt out of the surface, clean it up, make it look a little better.
That's it exactly. It'll clean it, it'll take out any fuzz or loose grain and give it a light sanding, but not lose any of the character that was originally there.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, thanks for stopping in. Any last tidbits about SuperMax that you want to tell us besides what a great company it is?
Well, we do offer a full range of products, again, from the small hobbyist shop up through the commercial industrial facilities. And these are just a couple of the small sampling of the cross type of tools that we do offer.
Cool. Well, it's always neat to hear how companies got going, how they got where they are today. Thanks for giving us the SuperMax story. It was just super. And that takes care of what we're learning about SuperMax today.
Thank you, George.